Frater, well, that yesterday at E3, that was interesting. We got to walk through that convention center. Kind of looked like like a 80s 90s mall. Yeah, yeah, it was very interesting. I mean, it was a freighter. It's kind of like a virtual world. It's different. It's well, yeah, because we're just used to like sideshow stuff. Yeah, it's like yeah, that's right. Our lives are a sideshow. Yeah, I mean, we're just a bunch of pictures and talking to each other, and usually we just kind of describe things we're doing, and you're actually seeing us, walking around in a virtual world, and it's kind of weird. And yeah, it's really strange. No, I don't know what to think. But I like E3. Oh yeah, we haven't been able to play any games. Um, that's because technically I don't really have the games that probably would have been at the actual event. Uh-oh, breaking fourth wall. Uh-oh. Yeah, but wait, we do that all the time, though. Wow, that's true, Billy. We do break fourth wall all the time, but it's day two here at E3. There's the Sony press conference, and yeah, it's day two. Frater, you realize every year we're gonna be going through the same thing over and over and over and over. It's gonna get kind of annoying. I really don't know how we can make content out of it. Well, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, the Groundhog's Day effect has its setbacks. But again, of course, what we're really building up to is to find out, about the future of our show. Well, that's been on the back of my mind. I'm trying to focus on the games, even though I know what already comes out. I mean, so again, just to clarify, I don't think Skyrim was available right at E3 at this time, right? I think there was just like a trailer or something like that, but no, not like a playable thing. Actually, what I remember at the time in 2011 about Skyrim was is that Skyrim Skyrim was at a QuakeCon. Remember that? Oh, I remember that. Frater, I remember that because on Steam they had a QuakeCon sale. Yeah, and we were able to get oh my goodness. You know what? Let me just drag up that list. I can go in my old Steam list, and I remember all the games. It was crazy. Like for like $70 or something, you get like, well, let's see here. What you got was all the id. You got like almost most of the id games, like Commander Keen. They even threw that in. It's like a cheesy little like crappy side scroller game that was on PC. And then you get Quake. You get Quake 1, 2, 3, no Quake 4. There was another game. Let's see. Oh, you got Hexen. I'm looking at it now. Hexen 2, Heretic. Frater, we're actually talking about video games. Yeah, instead of like silly storylines, instead of silly storylines like we do today, we're just like kind of like talking about video games, which has probably been needed. But we love our stories here. We're a story based people. Yeah, we are a story. Yeah, it's very much a story. Okay, so it was Hexen 2. Hexen Death Kings of the Dark Citadel, Beyond Heretic, Hexen Beyond Heretic. Heretic, Heretic's not easy to play though. Oh, why? It's because it's not a WASD game, where you use WASD to move and the mouse, and I mean you could do that in Doom and Doom 2 and stuff and Final Doom. Those games came with that set too, that QuakeCon set I remember. But with Heretic, it's like the directional buttons on your keyboard. Oh no. Yeah, it feels weird. It's like weird controls, and it's a very early game. I don't know if it came out. I think it may have very well have come out before Doom. It's possible. Um, Heretic. It's only like 18. The only space required for is 18 MB. Wow, it's a tiny little guy. Yeah, and then you got Hexen. Hexen's good. I had that on PlayStation 1. And man, that was a quite an environment. That talk about an environment at the time, man. It was like that to me was an FPS shooter, dude. There's this Death Kings of the Citadel. I never got around to playing that. Hexen 2. Let's see. Oh yeah, it came off a really crappy game that no one ever liked called Hunted, Demon's Forge. That was I never bothered to play it. It was one of those things where in the sale they give you a game that you didn't even wanted. Eh, that sucks. I know. Oh yeah, master levels of Doom 2 it came with. I mean, I know this is such a weird concept for us to talk about. We're just talking about a QuakeCon sale as opposed to E3, but I don't know. Like everyone saw the show before, and I had okay. The set had Quake 2 Ground Zero, Quake 2 Reckoning, Quake 3 Arena, Quake 3 Team Arena. Um, okay, it did come with Quake 4. I don't think I ever bothered to play that. Quake Mission Pack 1, Quake Mission Pack 2. Frater, that's quite a sale. It's a lot. It was a lot of games. Rogue Warrior. Yeah, it came with that too, and that's another one of those crappy sort of 1-star, 2-star games. And yeah, that's just facts. That was back in the day. And you had a lot of sort of because back then Bethesda had all these like let's see, where is it, Frater? Oh, it's that's not the full title. It's not Rogue Warrior. It's like Dick, some some guy's name, Rogue Warrior. Frater, it's been a long time since there's been video games like that have come out with like people's names with it. Like that game Immortal. It was like something's Immortal. Yeah, and then there was an NES game, like a NASCAR game, and it was like Danny something's, racing or something. Like I don't know. I miss the days when people like a programmer would make a game and put his name on the game. Like I think that's cool. I don't know. Oh, that's something. And I don't think it came with it. Dark Forces. I do have Dark Forces. I don't think that came with that. That's another good game, actually. That's actually really good. Yeah, my Steam collection's like kind of I love it. It's just but it's got a lot of stuff I just don't play anymore because it's well, it's because you got newer computers all the time, and the people who made that game, they're long past that, so they're not exactly making a patch that's going to make it operate better with a newer computer. With Windows 11, there's like that, Mr. Pennypacker gave us. I was going to say, if this is 2011, we should probably be trying to do everything on a 2011 computer. I actually do have one. It's an Alienware laptop from that year, actually. Wow, that's something. I wonder how it would work and stuff. Well, you would be using an outdated version of Windows. It was Windows 7 on that. So this shows, we're getting to the end here, before we do our day 2 of E3 at Sony. But, you know, that was kind of a fun little conversation. You know, no storylines, and I didn't have anything to do. Well, we're going to be going out, Pooh. You know, we're in the hotel room right now. We're just, you know, getting ready to go, you know. You can't have shenanigans every time, you know. Yeah, Pukapi, this is going to be a very busy month for us, okay? So we got to do this E3 thing. We got to find out what our future's going to be with everything. Well, Frater, I kind of wish you had involved me with talking to this Doc Matty guy, you know? And I know, but it was so cool. The thing, he's going to let us play video games. Frater! Frater! We already play video. Wait, we already do? Oh no! Oh no, no, no! We already play video games, Frater. Wait, did he bamboozle me? Oh, Frater! Oh, folks, we better get going. We're starting to go down that road of silliness. Wait, did somebody say silliness? That means there's a storyline. Oh, let's get going. Let's get going now. Well. Here we are again. Day 2 of E3 here in 2011. Oh, Frater, we gotta. Oh, we gotta do the thing. Yeah, we gotta do the thing. Get down there, you know. Are we gonna? So what's going on? What's the plan? We are going to watch. We're gonna watch the Sony press conference, and that's what we're gonna do. Ow, it's weird.
PBR Tunes on Islandville Radio.
So, okay, we are. Well, I actually tell you what, I saw in the preview there's a new game here. There's a new coin game here? I think it's like. Here it is. Wow, there it is. Okay, I don't think Frater that's really normal. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to get it on the Hey, I got a prize. Well, that's something to do before we head over to the PlayStation press conference. Frater, you still haven't answered the question of something very important. Yeah. Why at E3 is Santa Claus here? That's a good question. And you just broke the line here.
I'm so excited about Christmas.
Oh, no!
Islandville Public Radio.
Well, he's really into Saturnalia, Frater.
Smooth jams all night long.
Frater, how long are we going to be sitting here with this man? Oh, that's kind of neat that they would add that for, add that for, like, Christmas, you know. Wow, she didn't say Halloween, because, I could feel it in you, the senses. You were going to say Halloween. Frater, you know, Okay, oh, we get our ticket and we go watch the press conference, you know? Good stuff, you know?
What can I get for you?
I'll have that, sir. Tell you what, let's take a seat in the back. Then that way it... Yeah, okay, I can... Frater, what? Frater, you cross-dressing again? It's a virtual world. You could be anything you want. I know, Frater. So, I'm in the back. You would wonder, well, why would you be further away from the screen? Well, we upload this to YouTube too, so it kind of messes with the content ID. This doesn't work. We'll have to do this in another take. Well, you did put it in there, didn't you? Yes, sir, I did.
Hey there, everyone. It's Barry's from Barry's Pawn Shop. Want to invite you to come on down corner of Main Street inside.
Then I'll put this in the E3 folder after I'm done with it.
Staff. Grab some snacks while you sell your life savings to me. 555-555-7885. Come on down. We love to have your business. Barry buys anything.
A little preview for the snack bar. It's just like in the old days. I guess they are going to have a short movie eventually. The guy who made this says that's becoming a lot harder than he thought it would, so that's okay. Because we can watch our movies, we can watch videos, it's fun. Ah, here we go. Though, I mean, looking back on it, yeah, it was a missed opportunity, obviously. You missed it. He had internet. They had actual internet you could buy, like AT&T and stuff. It was like crazy expensive to get that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, same AT&T you would get for like a smartphone. If you're rich, yeah, it was cool. You could have your portable system. You know, have all that, all the PlayStation. We're in the era of full motion controls. The absolute era of full motion controls. MLB The Show. Avengers games. By this point, the PS3 had finally was starting to gain ground. Like it did really bad at first against the 360, and now it was like, you know, doing a lot better. Skyrim, Frater. Our beloved Skyrim, the game we would play like hundreds of hours at. Unfortunately, for the PS3, it ended up being the worst version of it. Because they really struggle to figure out how to get the game to work really well with it. I had both versions. I had all the versions of Skyrim, and I don't know if it was really bad, but it didn't. The problem was memory leaks. The memory leaks in the game would make it unplayable over time.
I love that part.
So this is our second experiment with coin game. Second experiment getting the being able to play videos or movies or whatever in the movie theater in coin game. And it works.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jack Tretton.
Mr. in the R2D2. Yep.
Wow, what a crowd. There are a lot of people here. Welcome and good afternoon. Glad to have you here at the Los Angeles Memorial Sports Arena. In addition to the 6,000 people we have joining us here live, I want to welcome those of you watching at home on G4, in the PlayStation blog and PlayStation Home.
That show really ended up sucking after a while.
So thank you for
pretty much
joining us
killed
here today.
itself.
Thank you. This isn't the first time that I've come to the stage at an E3 press conference with an elephant in the room. And of course, I'm referring to the PlayStation Network outage. And this is the first opportunity for me to personally address everybody and discuss it a little bit. So my friends who are reporters tell me that there's absolutely nothing in the world that makes their editor's day like controversy and bad news. So to all our esteemed members of the press, I say, you're welcome. To our third-party publishing partners, you guys have been with us for over 15 years, making tremendous games, and I know the network outage was costly to you. And what's been incredibly inspiring is your support and your offers
This is also
to help get
the
things
era
back up to speed.
of
and we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't
famous
for you, so I thank you very much.
Sony apocalypse. What happened was
shelf space when there was no PlayStation
hackers
brand, and you've given us more than our
had
fair
actually
share
successfully
since
taken
1995
down
when we
Sony's
launched the
online
original PlayStation.
for
And after just having
like
the
most
best
of
year
summer,
since
like a good
PlayStation
chunk
3
of
launched,
summer.
we're seeing sales of PlayStation 3
I remember at the
exceeding
time
last
I
year's
had
lofty
gotten
numbers
the new Mortal
throughout the
Kombat,
PlayStation launch. In fact,
only
last
for
week's
that to
numbers
happen.
alone were
So
up
you just couldn't play
27%
the single
over the
player.
prior
So
year.
that really hit them.
Which brings me to the audience that I'm most interested
But it also
in addressing,
humbled them
and those are our consumers.
at the time.
You are
At the
the
time.
lifeblood of the company. Without you,
Yeah,
there is
at
no
the
PlayStation.
time.
And I want to apologize both personally and on behalf of the company for any anxiety that we've caused you. I know we took you away from doing what you enjoy most, connecting and gaming with friends all over the world and enjoying the many entertainment
And they would end
options
up
on
giving you
PlayStation
like
Network.
free games.
And it is you
too.
that both causes us to be humble and amazed at the amount of dedication and support you continue to give to the PlayStation brand. Network activity is currently at over 90% of the original levels before the network outage. And that is something we absolutely do not take lightly. We are committed more than ever to making sure that the PlayStation Network experience is both entertaining and secure for everybody. And for those of you who left the PlayStation brand or have never been part of the PlayStation family, we hope the next 90 minutes will go a long way in convincing you why PlayStation is stronger than ever. It's not about us telling you, it's about you experiencing it for yourself. Virtually everything we show you or talk about today on stage will be playable across 120 different gaming stations directly after the press conference in an arcade right here on the floor. It is these connected devices, thank you. It is these connected devices that define our heritage.
So I'll let you
and
know,
continue to be the key
we
to our
are
future.
presently stuck in the year
PlayStation 3 is the most
2011.
connected digital
And
device available today.
me,
and it
Mr.
is
Peck,
powered by the
Billy, and
PlayStation Network.
Pukapi Adams, we're
It's not just about being able to
every
connect
year
with your friends and play
be
the
forced
industry's
to
best games, but with
endure
PlayStation
the
Network,
same
you get
cycle
free
every
access
year
to
of
services
games,
like Hulu
and
Plus, Vudu,
there'll be
MLB
a lot of
TV,
good and
NHL Game
probably
Center,
some level of
Music
bad, too.
Unlimited, our service for streaming 8
Ah,
million
it's
songs directly to
our
your
lot in
devices,
life.
and of
Yeah,
course
yeah, it
Netflix.
is.
In fact, recent studies show that PlayStation 3 is the leading device for
Maybe
watching
when
Netflix,
Netflix
generating
was
more than
really
30%
good.
of Netflix total streaming usage.
Oh, good.
It's an
Netflix
example, it's a
used
great
to have all the
example of how
movies,
PlayStation 3
but then
and
all these
PlayStation Network
companies,
connect consumers to the content
all these
they
companies
love.
just decided to make
An
their own
additional
streaming
example of our
services, and yeah,
commitment
it took
investment
away
in the
from
network
Netflix.
is a new media partner that we'll be adding later this year. Soon we'll be offering free access to Cinema Now, a leading provider of instant access to TV shows and the latest movies. This is just another testament that content partners see the value in what PlayStation Network offers and how we're connecting the right content with millions of consumers. Our commitment to you is that we're going to keep adding industry-defining entertainment experiences to PlayStation and PlayStation Network each step of the way. With the evolution of the hardware and the addition of all the services we just mentioned, the value of the platform is exponentially greater today than it was a few short years ago. You heard us say that there are some experiences that just aren't exclusive to PS3, they're only possible on PS3. And one franchise has become synonymous with beauty, perfection, and the power of the PlayStation is Uncharted. We first introduced this franchise in 2007 with Uncharted Drake's Fortune, and followed it up with 2009's critically acclaimed Game of the Year, Uncharted 2: Among Thieves. To show you the latest from Naughty Dog, please welcome co-presidents Evan Wells and Christoph Balestra.
Hi, everyone. At Naughty Dog, for the last 17 years, it's been our team's mission to squeeze every single last bit of performance out of PlayStation hardware. And with Uncharted 3, we're raising the bar for ourselves yet again. It's a huge E3 for us this year, with a ton of single-player and multiplayer content to show. And we want to start things off with
back
this demo.
in the days,
This is Uncharted 3.
a lot of times
First
the
Deception.
people they brought on to like play test this stuff, like during the E3 thing, this used to be kind of like used to be problematic. Yeah. I played the 4th game. I didn't play the others. They're a little too linear. I prefer a more open world type games. Oh, at least you don't have that security robot constantly like standing there as you trying to watch the video. Yeah, yeah. Back here, it doesn't. Those security robots don't seem to come back here. It's nice. Action Jackson. Action Jackson.
It's gotta be done this way.
Hold on, hold on.
Dead end. That's it. Keep laughing.
Big bada boom.
That's not good.
Ouch. Well, it was very good. All that water was there. I mean, that helps the birds. Well, the only problem, Poguppy, that's salt water. That's bound to really not. Bound to agitate those cats and birds. Okie, okie, okie.
I gotta get out of here.
Ouch! Ow! Ouchie! Ouchie! He fell on his keys. Ow! Ow! Oh, that. Oh, that hurts. It's good thing it was made of styrofoam. Okay.
In addition to making a best-in-class single-player game, we wanted to bring the exciting cinematic experience you would expect from Uncharted into our multiplayer. What we've created is a truly unique online game you cannot find anywhere else. You can check it out for yourself when the Uncharted 3 multiplayer beta begins on June 28th. But that's not all. We work with PlayStation and Subway restaurants to set up a one-of-a-kind opportunity. During the month of October, Uncharted fans across the US can head to their local Subway to get an early access to the complete competitive multiplayer experience. I'm not talking about an early beta. I'm talking access to the entire competitive game before it hits the stores in November. And before we go, we would like to give you another look at Drake's next adventure. This time, it's in full 3D. So put on your glasses and enjoy a sneak peek at where Uncharted 3 will take you.
Don't. Stay down.
I wonder what you're really afraid of. Not bullets or blood or broken bones. You get off on all this, don't you? I merely want what's mine.
Give me that back.
The map proves it. Drake sailed straight through and headed to Arabia.
Great, but what for?
The legend crops up over and over. Ubar, Aram of the Pillars.
City of immeasurable wealth, destroyed by God for its arrogance.
The Atlantis of the Sands.
Small problem. The Rubal Khali Desert, 600 miles across. I like the immeasurable wealth part, anyway.
Finally, Drake's secret will be revealed.
Don't trust Drake.
What are you trying to prove?
Not trying to prove anything.
I just want to make sure we're doing this for the right reasons.
Quit acting like you're ready to lay down and die.
You're getting reckless. I taught you better than that.
Drop your weapons. I don't think so.
You son of a bitch.
Gotta pull the trigger.
Keep it steady!
Just tell me what you're looking for. Come on!
Get in! Come on! Go! Go!
Find them, bring me the ring.
No cursed treasures?
Nope.
No diabolical warlords?
No. Not going down there without some hardware.
Go talk to that rug merchant we just passed.
No guns, weapons.
He's not really a rug merchant.
Oh.
PlayStation.
I want to roll.
Pretty amazing, guys. We are
no, you
two
don't.
copies of that bad boy.
Rugs are absolutely
Uncharted
terrible.
3 is one of my personal favorite games, and like everyone in this
If you
room,
ever had a
I can't
dog,
wait to
they
play
just
it,
destroy
especially
that
in
stuff.
3D. Now, for the last 15 years, one of the best excuses to stay up all night with your PlayStation has been this next developer, Insomniac Games. They're the creators of some of the most iconic franchises on PlayStation, from Spyro the Dragon to Ratchet & Clank. Let's please welcome Marcus Smith from Insomniac Games to demonstrate their next great PS3 masterpiece, Resistance 3.
Thank you, Jack. How's everybody doing? It's August 1957, 4 years after the events of Resistance 2. The Chimera have won the war, humans face extinction, and everything is looking pretty bleak.
Oh, that's
Where we pick
nice.
up the story tonight, our hero, Joseph Capelli, the last Sentinel, has made the difficult choice of leaving his family in Oklahoma in order to attempt a daring, last-ditch strike against the Chimera in New York City. During this harrowing journey across the United States, the player will meet several survivor groups, each of whom has developed their own way to resist. In St. Louis tonight, where tonight's demo takes place, for example, Capelli meets with a group of young rebels who call themselves the Remnants.
Never
Together,
played the Resistance
they'll join
games. They look
forces
cool.
to perform a dangerous ambush on a Chimeran dropship, hoping to acquire its valuable power core. You guys with me? Cheap seats? Doing good? Okay. So I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to play the game. Put on your glasses.
Oh, why?
We're going to jump ahead just a little bit here. The ambush has gone bad. The player has to pick up the power core and run for their lives.
Do these games ever come to PC? I don't know. It's something I can check sometime.
All right, so there you have it. Thank you. Thanks. There's 3 minutes of Resistance 3 in 3D. Since most of you probably don't have 70-foot wide diagonal screens at home,
except maybe Jack,
I encourage everybody to come down after the show and play.
Wow, this guy's not funny at
Thank you all very
all.
much. Thanks, Jack.
The crowd didn't laugh at him at all. Wow, he was just one of those people
Thanks
trying
a
to
lot,
get too much
Marcus. That looks
attention to
fantastic.
himself.
The combination of move and 3D creates a completely new gaming experience. And Resistance 3 is a perfect example of immersive and action-packed gameplay taking advantage of 3D and PlayStation Move. And we're pleased to announce today that we'll be launching a Resistance 3 Sharpshooter bundle. The bundle, available on September 6th, will include Resistance 3, the Sharpshooter, a PlayStation Move motion controller, a navigation controller, and a PlayStation Eye camera, all for $150. Now, much like HD and Blu-ray, we know that gamers are going to drive 3D adoption. And our commitment to 3D is unwavering. And we're adding more content all the time. And with that, we'd like to announce 2 special collections coming to PlayStation 3. To start with, one of our most popular icons, Kratos, will be available for the first time in 3D. God of War Origins
Yeah, this is the era of
is a
3D
remastered version of the PSP
that
titles,
they were.
Chains of Olympus,
Sony
and
was
Ghosts
really
of
trying to
Sparta.
push
In addition, we will launch a second
games
collection
that could
remastered in HD,
be enhanced
including
by
the
their
very
3D
popular
TVs
PS2
they were going to
cult
bring
hits,
out, and
Ico and
the
Shadow
whole
of the
thing was a
Colossus.
forgotten failure. And this was an era of like gimmicks, like
Both
full
the God
motion
of War Origins
control.
collection and the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection will be launching this September and be fully playable in 3D. Now, as you know, every PlayStation 3 can play
it was
3D
like no
Blu-ray
clapping
games
for
and movies.
playing in
And with
3D.
franchises like God of War, Uncharted, Killzone, Ratchet & Clank, and Resistance, adding to the more than 100 3D games on the platform, PlayStation is the ultimate solution for 3D. But content has just been one of the barriers for consumers.
There it
when
is,
comes to 3D
Frater.
adoption.
Content.
The other is price.
Yeah, content.
We're going to break the mold on pricing for 3D this year and make the entrance into 3D more affordable than ever for everyone. I'm happy to announce today that there will be 2 new 3D hardware products available on the PlayStation portfolio. To start with, we're introducing a PlayStation-branded 3D display. This is a 24-inch display developed specifically to provide consumers with affordable access to best-in-class 3D entertainment. It's perfect for dorm rooms, family rooms, and bedrooms. Consumers can enjoy their favorite TV shows, movies, and games in high definition or in stunning 3D. It also comes with a truly unique technology that allows 2 people playing a game to see individual, unique, full-screen images rather than a split-screen image. It's like having 2 separate TVs in one. It's great for 2-player mode, either head-to-head or co-op gaming. So you're not faced, thank you. So you're no longer faced with splitting the screen in half with other players. Now, in addition, the market has been calling for a less expensive pair of 3D glasses. We're addressing that concern with the second
these
peripheral
3D
announcing today.
these 3D
This
things
fall,
I
we'll
did.
be offering a great opportunity for current
There was a
3D
group of
TV
guys
owners
I knew
to
that
add an
had a
affordable
3D
pair of
TV.
active 3D glasses
I
that
played
will
one of
work
these
with a variety
Sony
of
games,
3D
and
TVs
they
and
all had to
displays.
run out of the house as
The
they were ready to
PlayStation
throw
3D
up.
monitor will be available this fall and will be bundled with a pair of PlayStation 3D glasses, a 6-foot HDMI cable, and one of this year's marquee PS3 titles, Resistance 3. The glasses, the 3D game, and the HDMI cable represent more than $150 in value, and I'm happy to announce that the full 3D monitor bundle will be available for $499. Additional pairs of the PlayStation 3D glasses will retail for $69.99. These are incredible products and values that will lower the price barrier and drive 3D adoption. We're focused on broadening the 3D market to a new audience and offering an immersive experience to everyone, and these 3D products do just that. Now, you've heard us say it before, but one critical element that adds to the 3D experience and brings gamers closer to the action is PlayStation Move. PlayStation Move has built incredible momentum since its launch last September.
PlayStation
with
Move.
8.8 million units sold.
Pretty much
to date
the only
worldwide,
thing
and
that
more
had
than
to
200
happen
games
with it
available
was
worldwide
that
by the end of this year. It has been a tremendous success, and consumers are taking notice how Move is adding more value and deeper engaging
what ended up
experiences
happening
to
to
their
it
gaming library.
is that
To show you an example of how PlayStation Move is
they ended
coming to
up
some of the biggest
basically
brands in the
bringing it
industry,
back when they
please
did the
welcome from
first
2K
PlayStation
Sports,
VR
Chris
helmet,
Schneider and Eric Benish.
and then they fully replaced it, with the second one.
Thank you, Jack. Today, we're excited to give you a sneak peek of the #1 rated basketball simulation 11 years running, NBA 2K12. Every year, we do our best to raise the bar in sports gaming and strive to be the game of choice, from NBA locker rooms and team buses to frat houses and man caves all over the world. Last year, we did the unthinkable and put the greatest NBA player ever on the cover, Michael Jordan. The response to NBA 2K11 was overwhelming. Over 5 million units sold thus far, and 21 Sports Game of the Year awards. With NBA 2K12, we worked even harder to improve every feature in the game. We aim to expand the market further. We're introducing a new feature actually today called NBA on the Move. Let's take a look. All right, Eric.
Thanks, Chris. Playing NBA on the move couldn't be any easier. Using the precision controls of the move, I simply target the player I want to pass to, press the pass button, and there it is. When I'm ready to shoot, I simply pass the ball.
Yeah,
pull the
I'm
trigger on the
absolutely
bottom,
terrible
and my
at
player will
these
perform the
games.
best move in his arsenal to get the shot off.
What
Now, on the
happened?
defensive
Well,
side,
basically,
all I need to do is target
I
the
would
defender
get
closest to the ball,
I would get a
and if I wanna
penalty
go
for
steal, I
practically
press the button on the
anything.
top, or if I wanna go for a block,
If I
I'll
was
just pull the trigger.
inactive as possible, I
As
wouldn't
you
get
can
one,
see,
but then I would
NBA
just
on the move
end
is
up
a very
the
accessible
computer would
feature,
end up
and
scoring
only
against
advanced
me
users
over and
casual
over.
users alike can jump right
So I was
into
kind of
and
like,
start dominating
this
right
is
away.
a little too much of a simulator then.
Thanks, Eric.
'Cause I don't care about the
More
rules.
realism, more polish, and some other big surprises.
Probably be
all
more
with one
fun if
mission.
you didn't have to worry
Deliver
about
the best NBA
penalties.
simulation experience ever. If there's one thing that we've learned over the years with the franchise, is that all types of people want the true NBA action, true NBA experience, from the hardcore gamer to the elite athlete to the sports nut, even rookies looking to get in on the action. NBA on the Move is not just for the hardcore. It's accessible simulation basketball. Anyone can pick up and play. And when we say anyone can pick up and play, we mean it. We're going to invite a very special guest out here tonight to prove that point. Ladies and gentlemen, from your Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe Bryant.
He's kind of dead, isn't he? Yeah. Yep. What is this music? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the Heat, man. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not understand. That's rude. They're having a great year, okay?
All right.
But this
Wait,
is a
can
late
they
show
just
house.
boo him?
All right.
You gotta be kidding me. Give me the remote, man. Let me show you.
What can you do?
Give me the thing, man.
Oh no, he's using a PlayStation Move. Sure, he's gonna have all these kind of like difficulties. They'll probably have it. It's all pre-recorded.
It's all right.
Don't worry about it.
That's why I plays the Heat.
This looks terrible. You know that. What do you do?
What you
Like
can do this time.
put the pointer and like point it at things? I don't know.
No, Kobe.
That was a foul. I saw a push there,
Tell
Kobe.
you.
It's a setup.
That was
That's why
a
he plays
foul.
the Heat.
The Heat ain't got 5 of them things, though.
Now you got to play that defense.
Yeah, you know what, man? This game looks a little too real. This is crazy. This is crazy.
I don't think he.
That's not realistic at all.
I don't think he knows what to do with the PlayStation Move. Like he's sort of like.
See what you can do.
It looks stupid. I mean, just give him a normal controller. Like they gotta. They were like pushing the hell out of that full
Come
motion
on, shoot the
stuff.
ball, D-Fish.
There you go.
There it is.
Now that's realistic. Back to what I said. Forget about what I just said.
How's it look, man?
All jokes aside, it's so realistic, it's frightening. You know, it's when I got here, I went in the back and I was playing a little bit, kind of looking at the game and so forth. And we're actually running the triangle offense better than we ran the triangle offense last year. So that, I mean, that's saying a lot, man. That's saying a lot. So my hats off to you, kudos to you, man.
Thank you.
You got it, dude.
I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kobe Bryant.
Thanks, buddy.
On October 4th, with the help of the PlayStation Move, loads of new features and even more big surprises still to come, NBA 2K12 will change the game. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys. That was great. Special thanks to Kobe Bryant for joining us here today. Really appreciate that. As you just saw, adding PlayStation Move to a title can define the experience. I'd like to introduce a new title coming to PlayStation Move this fall. From the members, one of the best-selling Move titles, Sports Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Umro Mayer and Jeremy Ray.
Sports
to show us
Champions is
medieval
pretty
moves,
decent, though.
Deadman's Quest.
I did play that one with the PlayStation Move back in the day.
Thank you, Jack.
It's pretty
and hello,
good.
everyone. Medieval Moves is a fantasy action-adventure game that is played with PlayStation Move. As you'll see in this demo we've created, a very unique set of motion controls allowing seamlessly transitioning between throwing projectiles, sword fighting, and archery. Folks, please put on your 3D glasses, and we'll show you just how easy it is to incorporate all of these gameplay elements together, forming
Put your
an
3D
intuitive
glasses
and immersive
on.
experience. Let's take a look at the game. As you can see, Jeremy is controlling the game and the main character's actions with the Move controller. He can naturally go from slashing enemies with a
I
sword.
think this was one of those games that came out and
to flinging throwing stars.
no one really paid any
There's
attention
no
to
inventory
it.
system and no weapon selection screens to initiate. It all depends on the motions he performs. These throwing stars might not seem as accurate or as powerful as your bow, but what they lack in power, they certainly make up for in speed. At this point, he realistically reaches back into his quiver to grab an arrow, and he knocks the arrow. Then he can take out some unfriendly skeletons with pinpoint accuracy. At other times, you want to take the fight straight to the enemy, up close and personal. Your sword and shield are the perfect tool for that. Between high-action combat, you'll find a variety of motion mechanics like the one used to unlock this door. Twist your controller to line up each of the 3 slots and gain entry. Once inside, you can stock up on some hidden extras inside these barrels and crates. After you've filled up on extras, let's see what Jeremy's doing. Okay. After you've filled up, you grab this lever, pulling it down, revealing a ladder to a secret path. As you can see, everything in Medieval Moves is all about one-to-one motion control.
Kind of boring.
What you see is what you get. If Jeremy performs the action, that's what you get in the game.
Well, it's worse because you know this.
With the
These
skeleton
some of
horde
these games
chasing
really
us up this
bombed,
ladder,
you know?
We can try to take them out one at a time when we get to the top.
They like to force all these like
maybe
gimmicks
Jeremy will
on
find something
people.
else we can do here.
The VR thing, I mean,
nice shot, Jeremy.
Was a lot more popular at first, you know, but like VR2
to prevent these guys from chasing.
I guess it didn't sell that well initially.
Here, Jeremy,
I mean, maybe they made up by now. I haven't really checked it.
Barrel. He's throwing stars, and again,
I watched someone play the VR2, so and
with the motions he performs.
They couldn't play it long. They couldn't play it long. They got sick.
In this case, a secret path is revealed after shooting those explosive barrels.
As for this,
there are many branching paths.
You know, this was just Sony trying to catch up with Nintendo.
We can head outside through the secret path, or we can go inside.
That they had gotten jealous. They were like, "Oh, look how that Nintendo Wii, we gotta
I encourage you to see the
get that casual
for you on the other path at the booth." Now this is interesting. Looks like we have some kind of puzzle here. Wow, 2 rotating gears blocking our path. What's he gonna try? Okay, that didn't seem to work. Let's see if he can time this just right. Let's see if he, perfect, there's our path. Great job, Jeremy. Whoa, uh-oh. A brute. What are we gonna do about this guy? This guy's a lot tougher than the grunts that we've come up against before. Great job, Jeremy. Oh, great, more gears, and this time flames blocking the path.
There's gotta be
what are you gonna try?
Those flames.
Nice job, Jeremy. Now we can balance across the beam, raising our outstretched arms to get across. Medieval Moves Deadman's Quest will be available in fall 2011. We invite you to come see Medieval Moves Deadman's Quest tonight or later in the Sony booth this week.
Oh, that was a boring demo. Especially for a game that basically bombed.
Thanks, guys. There's no question PlayStation Move brings something unique to the table for everybody. We all know that gamers want a choice when it comes to what games to buy. They want shooters, they want sports, they want hardcore games, and they want casual games. With PlayStation Move required titles like
Did you hear that? They want casual games.
To powerhouse franchises like Resistance,
Sure.
Harry Potter, House of the Dead, and NBA 2K12, the PlayStation Move catalog is unmatched. Those options grow exponentially when we add Move experiences.
Oh, those games are so crappy.
A great example
Those
of that
were
comes
they
from
were
a
so
title that
crappy
we're launching
back
tomorrow, Infamous 2. I expect you're all geared up for Cole McGrath's return, so let's take a look.
This is gonna be a short-term visit, man. We're just gonna get in. I'm gonna get some new powers. And then we're gonna come right back. Well, I guess it's time I go introduce myself. Hello, baby.
And as God is my witness, we shall hunt them down and destroy them all.
Oh, it's time to go!
PlayStation.
While the title launches tomorrow, we're continuing to invest in the experience, and this fall, we'll be adding a unique user-generated content experience to Infamous 2. Gamers will not only be able to create their own online missions, but do so with PlayStation Move, adding a whole new way to play Infamous 2. Another example of how we're adding to the PlayStation Move library comes from one of our most popular franchises, Little Big Planet. Starting in September, we'll add a much deeper PlayStation Move functionality to Little Big Planet 2, with the ability to create your own levels with and for PlayStation Move. With this update, along with the support of the dedicated community, it won't be long until fans will have millions of new PlayStation Move-based games to play. Titles and unique experiences like Little Big Planet have been a trademark of what sets PlayStation apart. Our goal has always been to provide that unique content that you can't get anywhere else. The next game is exactly that, and comes from the team that created Warhawk, one of the first PlayStation Network titles. Set for release in early 2012, please take a look at Lightbox Interactive and Sony Santa Monica's new run-and-gun third-person shooter, Starhawk.
We came to this place to stake our claim. Driven by hope and tempted by greed. Every day is a fight to
Forget if it's this game or another game, but I think I feel Warhawk. Frater, everything is just, they use the same names for everything. Yeah, well, see, Warhawk was like a multiplayer only type game. And as a result, if you could guess what could happen is they shut down the servers, and then that was kind of a dead game. Then I think there was some private servers, free servers that were made, and there was a way to take your PS3 and direct it towards those servers, and then you can keep playing that game.
Welcome to the new frontier.
PlayStation.
There's one Worldwide Studios title that I personally get hundreds of emails from consumers about each year, asking when are we bringing this franchise back to PlayStation. It's a character and franchise that has sold more than 4 million units since we first introduced it in 2002. This is a great family-friendly franchise that even hardcore gamers couldn't put down. Let's take a quick look.
Never played this game either. Isn't this Sly Cooper? Yeah, is this Sly Cooper? Yeah, he has unique ways of finding. If he can't find the bathroom, he will make his own bathroom. Sly Pooper. Oh, yeah, you gotta admire see we find and make it their own bathroom. Sly Pooper.
I'm not your cheesy macaroni, Sly Cooper. You good? Dimitri!
Bentley, this is the last time we ever leave Dimitri in charge of the hideout.
It was also the first time.
PlayStation.
No, it's not just our own worldwide studio titles that are driving the exclusive content on PlayStation 3. We have incredible support from our publishing partners as well. Every publisher understands the value and benefit of having content that separates them from the pack.
Oh, content.
Our next guest has built their heritage on the world's largest science fiction MMO, EVE Online. Please join me in welcoming CCP CEO Hilmar Pierre Toussaint.
Thank you, Jack. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hilmar. I come from Iceland.
Oh, yes.
A place known for spewing volcanic dust impacting your transatlantic flights.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm here to talk about a different type of dust release. Together with Sony, CCP is proud to announce Dust 514 as a PlayStation 3 exclusive. Dust is a persistent shooter focused on ground combat and planetary conquest. And if that wasn't enough, we're doing something which has never been attempted before. We're taking a console shooter and connecting it directly to a PC MMO. Together, Dust and EVE Online will combine to create one vibrant universe, sharing the same single-shard supercomputer. Not just a PlayStation 3 game, Dust will feature support for the Move motion controller, a dedicated home space, and finally, we're extending the experience to the NGP. So, how about I just show you what you will be doing next summer? This is one universe, one war. Thank you.
We had no chance. That we were fools to even try. But I'm a mercenary. I don't judge your ambitions. I only judge what you can afford. Pay my price, and I'll strike down the heavens. I've fought your war 1,000 times and won them all. And I know this is the moment that will change everything. On this day, the blood I spill will bring down an empire, and the world will burn before your very eyes. They will remember us, and they'll remember what happened here. On this battlefield, one shot can change the course of history. And you're going to be the one that takes it.
I don't think I ever heard of this game.
PlayStation.
Dust 514 is a great example of what sets PlayStation apart and how PlayStation Move is bringing richer and deeper experiences. Dust will be coming exclusively to PlayStation Network with a closed beta at the end of this year and a full release in the spring of 2012. Our next guest has created possibly the industry's most unique experiential universe. Let's take a look.
Elizabeth. Promise me.
I will stop him.
That is an oath you cannot keep.
Oh yeah, that's some
booba. If it comes to it, you will not let him take me back.
Burger's a good cop. No, don't take the boobas away.
PlayStation.
Hey, I was going to the wrong stage. So I'm Ken Levine. I'm the creative director of Irrational Games, and you know, we've been doing a lot of press for BioShock Infinite recently, and I did an interview a few months ago, and I kind of tend to speak my mind in interviews, and in this interview, let's just say I expressed some skepticism about the very concept of motion control. And I may have said a few uncharitable things about the PlayStation Move. So, you know, days later, a coworker
It sucks ass.
tells me there's somebody who wants to have a phone meeting with me about the interview. I'm like, oh, okay, who is it? They said Sony. And, you know, I was like, oh, great.
Yeah,
I
they're
really
like,
wanna have this
yeah,
conversation.
you know your new game?
And, you know, I took the
Do you
meeting,
really
and,
want it to be on our console?
I
So
expected, you know,
shut
a
up
lot of,
about our
like, you know,
PlayStation
gnashing of
Move.
teeth and nervousness. And instead, what they said is, they said, Ken, look, we want to make you a believer. And I was like, look, dude, Irrational, you know, we don't do like, you know, that, you know, that's not our thing. You know, we don't do that, and we don't do that. You know, we do this, you know, we do the core games, you know, DualShock stuff. And then they said something that struck a chord with me. They said, you know, we're not talking about this and that. What we're talking about is removing this barrier of entry that people who love your story and love your worlds, who love the idea of BioShock, but they just can't get their head around this. What if they could play your game? What would you wager if you could get those people on board to try your game as well as your core audience without sacrificing anything? And I said, look, I tell you what I won't wager is I won't wager these people. And they said, you don't have to. So, you know, they sent us a PlayStation Move, and the first thing we noticed is that the damn thing kind of looks like a DualShock. You know, it's got all the cool buttons and everything. And we started playing around with it, and once we got past that initial anxiety that our
Well,
game
the real
would
reality
translate
is
well,
you need a keyboard and
we
mouse,
started
not
seeing
a
other
move
opportunities,
controller
other ways to interact
or,
with the world,
or
with Elizabeth,
DualShock
you know,
controller.
with the skyline, how you can move around in that space. But I don't have a ton
No,
of
you know what I
time
think they
for
did? They sent him a
discussing this, and we're
briefcase
gonna
and
talk
had a
about
lot of
that
money
another
in it.
day, and we're just getting rolling. But
And
we're
he's
gonna
like,
have PlayStation Move and BioShock
okay.
Infinite on BioShock Infinite. And the exciting part is we're just starting to get our head around what that could mean. And before I go, you know, there's another game we've been thinking about for a long time. It's a bit of a pet project of Irrational's, and it's set in the BioShock universe. And this has been kicking around for a few years now. And it's very early days, and the design is still evolving. But recently, we found the right home for it. It's on this guy. On the NGP. And so this is going to be interesting, too. Listen, thanks, everyone. And we hope we see a lot of you at the booth to check out BioShock Infinite. And if not, you can check it out online. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Ken. BioShock Infinite looks amazing, and we're all looking forward to playing it on a PS3 with PlayStation Move, as well as delving into the BioShock universe on NGP. To show further strength to this partnership and an example of publishers taking advantage of the great opportunities with PlayStation, consumers who buy the PS3 version of BioShock Infinite will also get a copy of the first BioShock on the same Blu-ray disc. This is an experience only available on PlayStation. Now, another partnership that we're proud to announce is with THQ and Saints Row III. It will include an exclusive game mode and game content only on the PS3.
Boy, it's a good thing these people back then would know about
utilizing the unique weapon
the
of
last Saints Row game. Oh, the one where they destroyed the whole thing. Yeah, they turned it to some social justice warrior
and it launches in North America on November 15th.
It looked bad. It was really badly made.
On PlayStation Move that will have exclusive content on our network is from Paramount and Bad Robot. It's based on the massively popular Star Trek franchise and timed with the J.J. Abrams Star Trek film next year. It's a co-op action adventure with an original storyline that will capture the authenticity of the Star Trek brand and be fully compatible with PlayStation Move. Paramount will also release a Move peripheral cloned after the phaser made famous by Star Trek. There's a couple of Trekkies out there, that's good. They realize that PlayStation experience is second to none, so they're also going to offer a playable prequel to the full game in the form of a digital-only title available exclusively on the PlayStation Network. Both of these titles from Paramount will be PlayStation Move enabled and playable in 3D. Let's take a look at some early footage.
I watched someone play this game before. It's bad. It's really bad. Like it's really cheap, and there's all kinds of graphical problems with it. It's just a Mass Effect ripoff.
PlayStation.
One publishing partner that has excelled at creating amazing PlayStation experiences year after year is Electronic Arts. For the last 2 decades, EA has maintained a unique relationship with Sony Computer Entertainment and with PlayStation fans all over the world. Today, I'm excited to reveal 3 more exclusive offers EA has coming only on PlayStation 3. To begin with, the epic snowboarding franchise born on the PlayStation will return this year with SSX. And for the PlayStation 3 only, EA has created a death-defying race down Japan's iconic Mount Fuji. This exclusive level features 10 unique drop points and is rendered from a recreation of Mount Fuji taken directly from NASA satellite data, and only PlayStation 3 owners will get to experience it. Next up is Need for Speed: The Run, EA's amazing cross-country race that features dozens of incredible vehicles, including 8 of the world's hottest supercars. Feedback from gamers who love this franchise confirms that these supercars are what makes Need for Speed so exciting. And with that, PS3 owners are going to get a special Blu-ray disc with 7 additional supercars, including the Super Sport, the Hennessy Venom GT, and the Bugatti Veyron, only on PS3. And then finally this fall, EA will be releasing their jaw-dropping shooter, Battlefield 3. The PlayStation 3 version of this blockbuster will be bigger than any other. EA is using the extra storage capacity of Blu-ray to add a second
back in the day before
to the disc.
they made you like create an account with Origin, which made it easy for hackers to steal your account. All they have to do is contact support, and they can take your whole account. And then you gotta take it back, and then they can take it back from you. And then you have to pretty much have it deleted because you just, unless you want to just keep fighting for it.
And of course, Electronic Arts will be supporting our next generation portable as well. Here to talk about that newest member of the PlayStation family is the president and group CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment and president of Sony's Consumer Products and Services Group, Kazuo Hirai.
Hey, Jack. Thank you, Jack. How about that tie he's wearing? Can you? Round of applause for his tie. First time I've seen anybody from Sony Computer Entertainment actually on stage wearing a tie. First time. I'm still not going there, but Jack made the plunge. So anyway, good to see you all again. 6 years ago, we came here to E3 and announced a new 10-year vision for home entertainment. And we said that we would build an ecosystem of content and network services that matched our incredible heritage. And the world of network entertainment has undergone a significant change since we launched PlayStation Network. And we can, of course, attest to the importance of having that connected experience across all our products. Devices that are connected to content and, of course, connected to each other. And we learned a lot during the recent outage of the PlayStation Network. And one of the most important things we learned was about the trust and the loyalty of our consumers. And we have been overwhelmed by the support from our fans who recognize the value of a connected experience, and we thank you for that. We know that the network experience is not only critical for home entertainment, but it's equally important for mobile entertainment as well. And we ushered in a lot of that adoption for portable entertainment back in 2004 when we introduced the original PlayStation Portable. And at the time, cell phones were unable to deliver the deeper, richer gaming experiences. But after 6 years, these multifunction devices are ready for PlayStation-like experiences. So the question is, how do we deliver a PlayStation-level experience to a wider audience? And the answer is what we're calling PlayStation Suite. PlayStation Suite will make PlayStation content available on something other than PlayStation hardware, starting with PlayStation-certified Android smartphones and tablets. This isn't just the PlayStation installed base that will experience our products in a totally new way. It's a
I don't
whole
have any
world that
memory
will
of this
experience
at all.
our products through
It's
PlayStation Suite. And we will have more information on PlayStation Suite in the very near future, but we're confident that once new customers get a taste of PlayStation content
Sony makes a
from their
lot
certified
of things,
it's only a
and
matter of time
they usually
before many
abandon
of
it very
them
quickly
come
if it
knocking on the
doesn't
door of
gain any
PlayStation
traction.
3 and, of course, our next generation portable. And now, as I mentioned, absolutely central to the evolution of the digital living room of content and entertainment following you anywhere and everywhere is the PlayStation Portable. It's been a home console-like gaming experience in the palm of your hands, and we continue to have very high expectations for PSP in the years to come. And with that in mind, we've created our next generation portable to be one that breaks traditional boundaries of entertainment with new ways to control the device, new ways to interact with your world, and new ways to interact with your friends, and of course, with your entertainment. This product introduces elements like a dual touchpad, an OLED screen, and dual cameras that provide an augmented reality experience to allow you to play with every aspect of your real life. And connecting with your everyday life and the world around you is a critical component to the development and to the DNA of this product. So I'm very proud to showcase, for the first time in North America, the successor to the PlayStation Portable. What you've come to know as NGP, our next generation portable, is officially named PlayStation Vita. Thank you.
This thing was very expensive when it first came out.
What does Vita mean?
I mean, it's
Vita
cool.
means life,
I mean,
and we're confident that PlayStation Vita
it's very
will be the
legendary
first
for what it
product
is.
that truly blurs those lines between
it was
entertainment
very
and your
expensive.
real life, empowering you to play, interact, and connect like never.
It was a lot more
before.
powerful than anything Nintendo made,
The features alone are
but
cutting
it was
edge.
the price.
2 analog sticks that give you dual shock-like control of games, a stunning multi-touch 5-inch OLED screen, front and rear touchpads, 6-axis motion sensing technology, And of course, my favorite feature, front and rear cameras, allowing for augmented reality experiences never before seen, completely blurring the lines between reality and interactive entertainment. PlayStation Vita will have both Wi-Fi and 3G Wi-Fi models for on-the-go entertainment. This will allow for everything from social networking to location-based gaming that help you find and meet friends for brand new experiences. Now, of course, having such an impressive set of network features and ambitions requires the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. And we'll be partnering with AT&T as the exclusive carrier for PlayStation Vita in the United States.
I can hear people laughing.
Now,
well, the cost of doing that was a lot of money for just a portable video game system.
AT&T Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. And together, we'll deliver breakthrough entertainment experiences that
You
bring
can hear
you
people
closer
laughing.
to your entertainment.
'Cause,
And
you
of
know,
course,
AT&T is a
closer to
lot of
others.
money.
And more information,
then.
including pricing and the carriers for the other territories, will be announced soon. PlayStation Vita offers a truly unique social experience. And there are a few key reasons why we say that. With a feature we're calling Party, users in the same game room on PlayStation Vita can voice chat live over headsets or the built-in microphone, no matter where they are or what game they're playing. And it's a perfect way to stay in touch with your friends and chat during gameplay from wherever you might be. Another critical step forward is a social connection tool for PlayStation Vita that we're calling Near. Near allows you to connect and play with others around you, recommend content to them, compare trophies, and a variety of other social connection tools for the PlayStation Network. Both Party and Near will power the connected experience for PlayStation Vita, and we'll be unveiling more specifics on them in the very near future. Social networking and community elements are a critical component for PlayStation Vita. This is the best proof that with PlayStation Vita, our content experiences and network, the world is in play. Now, to showcase some of the gaming experiences and new ways to play, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Senior Vice President for Worldwide Studios North America, Scott Rohde. Hey, Scott.
Thanks, Kaz. I know I'm speaking for everyone at SCE Worldwide Studios when I say that we've been truly inspired working on PlayStation Vita. We believe this device will change how people think about portable gaming, but you don't have to take our word for it. When you see these demos and play some of the content after the show, you will see firsthand that the advanced technology packed into the PlayStation Vita will deliver gameplay experiences never before seen on any handheld. Sony Bend is no stranger to creating great portable games. Their work on the Siphon Filter and Resistance Retribution franchises on PSP was highly regarded. Today, we're going to show you a brief demo of Uncharted Golden Abyss. So please welcome John Garvin and Chris Reese.
Thanks, Scott. When John and I first started working on PlayStation Vita over 2 years ago and got our first glimpse of what it could do, we became excited by the possibilities it offered for creating an all-new Uncharted experience. So today we'd like to run through a short section of one level to show you why.
Temple of Serpents. It's gotta be it. How the hell do I get up there?
So, as you saw from the Uncharted 3 demo, the bar for production values in an Uncharted game is incredibly high. Everyone knows who Nathan Drake is, how he looks, moves, and sounds. PlayStation Vita had to have the memory and processing power, not just to allow us to get Drake right, but the environments as well. As you can see, PlayStation Vita enables us to use advanced rendering techniques like water shaders and dynamic lighting for casting real-time shadows. But we also knew that gameplay was going to be just as important as the visuals. And the PlayStation Vita allowed us to tailor important aspects of Uncharted gameplay for the new platform. For example, Chris is going to alert this enemy deliberately so we can show off how our touch melee system works. Here, instead of using the square button for combat, the entire screen becomes a virtual button. You can just tap the fist icon, or you can touch the enemy directly to take him out. For traversal, we allow players to use traditional controls or touch. Here you can see that Chris is having Drake climb the wall by just using the sticks and buttons. We wanted to make sure that fans of Uncharted could simply pick up the game and play it using controls they were used to. But in places where it made sense, we've incorporated PlayStation Vita controls. So here Chris is using the 6-axis to tilt in the direction he wants Drake to jump. The great thing is, you're not go ahead and jump. There you go. The great thing is you're not locked into one set of controls or the other. You can tap, use the buttons and sticks, or combine the two. We kind of have a motto, play the way you want. Here's another example. While dangling from these ruins, Chris can either use the stick to swing or simply drag his finger across, and Drake will follow. To get across this chasm, same idea. Chris can have Drake jump action.
I mean, it was a very innovative device. I mean, it had like touch screen and stuff.
So while we definitely allow you to play the game the way you want,
Innovative for its
while developing
time.
the game, we began to discover that there were things you could do with the PlayStation Vita.
Wow, see, the thing that killed all these devices is just was smartphones. Yeah.
Edges. You just draw your finger
Smartphones.
across a series of stones and ledges, highlighting the route you want Drake to climb. You're now guiding Drake in a unique and interesting way. Of course, while tapping edges to climb is fun, tapping an enemy to perform a stealth takedown is more fun. For core combat, we return to the controls that make Uncharted so much fun, starting with 2 dual analog sticks. We've brought over all of Drake's combat controls, snapping and shooting from cover, over-the-shoulder aiming, blind fire, and so on. All right, let me shut up for a second and let Chris play through this.
Well, we're not gonna shut up. No. Well, commentator hearts out. Pew, 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 shoo, shoo, shoo.
But again, where it makes sense, we use touch controls to enhance the core combat. So for example, to reload, Chris can just tap the weapon icon, or to pick up a new weapon, he can either tap on its icon or the weapon itself. And now he's got a shotgun. Nice job. Okay, that's our demo. To wrap up, our goal wasn't just to create an authentic Uncharted game, but to create an Uncharted game unique to the PlayStation Vita. We have a lot more to show. We have brought 2 demos with us back in the arcade area, so please stop by and check them both. We've got a lot of features we didn't have time to show you, like the way we're using rear touch and everything else on the PlayStation Vita, so stop by and check it out. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris and John. Looks amazing. Early in our planning stages for PlayStation Vita, our global worldwide studios group identified the opportunity to create what we are calling a social action RPG that will not only get RPG and action fans excited, but that is also directly compatible with PS3. This game is called Ruin. Please welcome Jeff Litchford from Idle Minds and Travis Williams from Sony San Diego.
It's coming up. You have to connect. All right. Hi, everyone. As Scott said, Ruin is an action-based role-playing game. Our goal with Ruin was to provide the PlayStation Vita players with everything
Never
they would
heard of
expect
it.
from an action role-playing game, including multiple character classes, deep advancement, tons of loot, and a lot of experiences that you might not associate with your typical
Yeah, don't
RPGs.
get nervous.
And so to do this, we
Oh,
started with combat.
you'll be plenty to be nervous about.
So,
You got all these
take it away,
people
Jeff.
watching. Don't screw it up.
So to make combat more impactful, we created a dynamic battlefield. So Jeff is playing our Infernal Warrior right now, and as you can see, he's really not about a whole lot of defense. He's all about attacking. So the player attacks through a series of combos. These are very action-oriented sequences and test your reflexes. So you won't be actually pushing, like an X button and waiting for some attacks. These creatures are seriously smashed and battered by some bone-crunching impacts. The player's powerful abilities, they destroy monsters and the environments alike. So it's really an engaging experience on the PlayStation Vita. How you doing? So next,
I
we wanted
guess
to
I'm
forge
doing
a
pretty
competitive
good.
connection
Yeah, I'm doing
between
great.
the players. So in Ruin, other players are your
Yeah,
rivals.
you'll
A
be
stranger
good, but
that
I
you've
got a
never
bit of a
even met can
cramp.
become your rival. And through your
Oh,
actions,
I'm
you can help,
all health.
hinder, or even
Yeah,
harm
he's
them.
all health.
And now this is all posted, through the PlayStation Network and social networks like Twitter and Facebook, and also our community site.
Facebook.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
So, for example, here we're
I think
attacking
it was
a layer
supposed
of one
to
of
go
our
that
rivals.
way. The guy
Now,
got
this
bad
level
at
is
him. Like,
indicative
hey,
of
what
a
you doing?
rival's
What you
lair
doing in
could
my
look like.
game?
Throughout the game, our rival has been building his lair. His choices change the dungeon we have to fight to reach him. As he grows in power, so does his lair and the difficulty of the dungeon that actually protects it. And as Kaz said earlier, the ability to be constantly connected is a critical differentiator for the PlayStation Vita, and especially in Ruin. Events happen in real time. Your ability to quickly react to attacks against your lair are going to reward you with more loot and more experience points. So you want to keep your PlayStation Vita with you at all times, but sometimes you just want to hang out on a couch and play on the big screen. So Ruin will also have a PlayStation 3 SKU that will work seamlessly with the PlayStation Vita version. So we just save Ruin to the cloud and resume on the PS3. So to show you how this works, Jeff is going to save his progress.
He's really,
go over
really
to
nervous. Oh,
his
he's
PS3
very
and pick up
nervous.
exactly where we left off.
I mean, come on. I mean, of course the guy's gonna be nervous. I mean, you're basically just ripping off Diablo, so you're like, people know that. They know that you're just copying other things, and
So to recap, Ruin is an impactful combat RPG. You'll forge strong bonds of friendship and rivalry with other players, and you can take this game with you wherever you go, including.
I mean, this is about the
living room.
most attention you're going to
Thank you.
get. This is E3s back in the day.
Thanks, guys. As we have just seen, PlayStation Vita allows you to continue your gaming experiences on the go or at home, on the big screen, or on the gorgeous OLED screen. Cloud-based saves for instant action on PS3 is a truly unique feature that you can only get on PlayStation. Next to join us on stage is Eric Was, one of our PD directors in San Diego, to talk about another unique experience for PlayStation Vita. One that is from a well-known IP that we had on this stage 2 years ago, Mod Nation Racers. So take it away, Eric and Brandon.
Thank you, Scott. I'd like to take you all through Mod Nation Racers for PlayStation Vita. This is an entirely new Mod Nation experience. It is not a port of
This
Mod
game
Nation
on
PS3.
PS3 looked
It's
pretty
not a port
cool
of Mod
for the
Nation
time,
PSP.
but
it's entirely new.
I
and
just
developed
another game I messed
specifically
up.
for
I didn't really
PlayStation
bother.
Vita's unique feature set. Now, during our E3 press conference in 2009, we showed you how to create a fun and beautiful track in just a few minutes. Well, today, we're going to show you how to do it in a much less time using the PlayStation Vita and the talon in Brandon's finger. So, we're going to go ahead and enter
guy who's really nervous.
And what you're going to see is Brandon's going to touch the front touch panel and instantly
Please don't judge me too much, people.
Wherever he wants. And we're done. It's that simple.
This looks horrible.
Doing this for days. I've done it for an entire day myself, literally. Probably shouldn't say it with Scott Rohde right here. But the next thing we're going to show for the specific to the PlayStation Vita here is the editor. And Brandon can just move this around and touch the front touch panel wherever he wants and edit the spline. And since we were making a kart track here, we need to bank a turn. So Brandon's using copy mode now and moving it to around the turn. Let's make a jump, Brandon, because you always want to jump on a kart track. And you see he just touches the screen, manipulates the spline however he wants. It's fun, it's intuitive. But I want to really talk about the back touch panel now, because you have this terrain mode where you can just make mountains and lakes out of using both the touch panel. So Brandon's using multiple touch points and touching that back touch panel. And the more he touches it, the higher the mountains get. He can make them wherever he wants. And you see it's nice and easy. You see an icon where your fingers are touching, and it's very intuitive. Additionally, you can touch the front touch panel, and you're going to depress the land and make a nice alpine lake. So this track looks like it's forming relatively nicely, but let's go ahead and add a few paint brushes to it. So go ahead and use the tree brush since we're on an alpine theme here. And you see where Brandon touches the front touch panel again, instantly trees are created. It's that simple. You just put them where you want them to. And let's make it an alpine village. So go ahead and, make some, there we go. So you see you can just have a lot of fun just dressing up the track however you want. One last thing we want to show you before playing this is the lighting source. So with the power of the PlayStation Vita, it's easy to manipulate the lighting, so Brandon can just move it up, daylight, sunset, any mood lighting setting he wants. So he's going to go ahead and start racing the track, and you're going to see as he races the track all the creations and edits that Brandon had made. So as he gets started here, and we're off. You're going to see the bank turn that Brandon had made early on. You're going to see the mountains he created off to the right. You'll see the lake to the left. And it's all just real time based on what he did.
What's this music, Frater?
I
don't know.
PlayStation Vita. Brandon's going to go ahead and do a trick. Nicely done there. And you can just go back and forth, edit it all you want.
I like when they try to avoid playing music, because I don't have to think later on with the content ID, you know, if it's going to trigger that or not.
Yeah. So we have a ton of great features that we're going to be sharing with you in the months to come, but before we go, I want to leave you with this. Owners of Mod Nation Racers on the PlayStation Vita will have access to the over 2 million creations of tracks, mods, and karts that have been created by our Mod Nation PS3 community, all available on PlayStation Vita day one. And to show an example of this, here at the arcade and at the E3 booth in the days to come, we have one of the currently top-rated tracks, not the top, but it's up there, rated tracks from our PlayStation 3 community, and you'll be able to enjoy it on PlayStation Vita. So I invite you to check it out. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric and Brandon. We are very proud to show that cross-platform interaction is functioning in many different ways.
Did he say
this
crap?
early in development on the PlayStation Vita.
He didn't like the game.
On the stage here tonight,
Said crap.
I'd like to point out the PlayStation Vita titles will have many different types of cross-platform functionality with the PS3. For example, Wipeout 2048 will have a unique feature called crossplay, allowing up to 8 players to compete against each other online using either the PlayStation Vita or the PlayStation 3. And this title will be available at launch, and we'll be showing the cross-play functionality here in the arcade tonight. So that's 3 great ways to connect your PlayStation Vita to your PlayStation 3. Cloud saves, online competition between portable and home consoles, and content sharing. And speaking of content sharing, user-generated content and the idea of play, create, share are unique to PlayStation and an innovation we're very proud of. Little Big Planet is the franchise that started this concept. And since it launched in 2008,
Yeah, I liked the first
it
game.
has gone on
It was
to make
kind of cool.
developers out of millions
But
of
needed
creative
more
consumers
enemies.
around the world.
You know, like a traditional
On the PlayStation
platformer.
Vita,
It's
Little
kind
Big
of
Planet
cool,
will
something different.
revolutionize portable gaming by taking advantage of all the great technological innovations that Kaz was
Well, that's
talking
kind of
about earlier.
blaspheming right
So
there.
let's take a look and you can see what I
Having
mean.
that little character touching the finger like it's man and God. That's kind of blaspheming. Okay, it's like no sound. Yeah, it's a good question. Where's the sound? I can make some sounds if you really need it. My ears, no. Well, at least he's not singing. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. No, he's singing. Oh. That looked like a turd. Wow, about time the music came back on. I was wondering what the heck happened.
As you saw in the video, the Little Big Planet toolbox has been expanded to take full advantage of the PlayStation Vita platform and all of the features of the hardware, including dual touchscreens, motion sensing, and the 2 cameras. With Little Big Planet on PlayStation Vita, the creative opportunities are endless. I'm also happy to add that it will be playable here in the arcade and in our booth this week. As you can imagine, we've had a ton of interest in the PlayStation Vita from our publishing partners. And to show you an example of just one of these titles in the works, please welcome our friends from Capcom to talk about Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
What's going on? Stuff.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Yoshiro Ono from Capcom Japan. 皆さん、大丈夫ですかまだ
You doing okay so far? Enjoying? Okay.
昨年、我々カプコンは、ストリートファイタークロス鉄拳を開発することをですね、皆さんにお伝えしました。
I'm sure most of you are aware of the Street Fighter Cross Tekken project, which we announced for development last year.
そして今日、皆さんに新しいニュースを持ってきました。
I'm here today to give you the latest info on this game.
今日ですね、ついにプレイステーションビータでストリートファイタークロス鉄拳が開発が始まったことをまず皆さんにお知らせします。
Today's announcement is that we have also decided to move forward with a PlayStation Vita version of Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
そしてですね、もう一つ今日は皆さんにお知らせしたいことがあります。インファマスシリーズのコールがこのストリートファイタークロス鉄拳に参戦します。
We're also happy to announce that in collaboration with Sucker Punch, Cole from Infamous will be joining the fighters of Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
このコールがストリートファイタークロス鉄拳の中でどのように動いてるかっていうのを皆さん見たいと思いませんか？
Well, since we're all here, why don't we check out what kind of damage Cole does in the game?
今日は最新のビルドをプレイステーションビータで持ってきました。
Here's the latest version of the game running in real time.
それではちょっと見てもらいましょう。
Okay, please take a look.
Gonna get hurt. So you really don't understand.
Right.
We feel that Cole's unique electrical moves and flying attacks will fit nicely into our game. Simple command inputs can be carried out by using the touch panel feature of the PlayStation Vita, which enables a wider audience to experience Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
ちょっとやられてばっかりですね。
Not doing so well here.
はい、このような形でですね、今、開発は進んでいってます。
So you have a good idea here of just how development is going. And
今皆さんに見ていただいた形でですね、プレイステーションビータ上での開発が今着々とですね、開発を進めています。
So as you can see, we already have the game up and running on the PlayStation Vita.
まだですね、皆さんにこれを触ってもらえる機会まではもう少しだけ時間をください。
It won't be long before you're able to play the game for yourself and get a feel for what it's like.
ただ、プレイステーション3版、こちらの方は E3 の会場でですね、ソニーさんのブース、そしてカプコンのブースでですね、展示してあります。ぜひ皆さん手に取って、触って感じてみてください。
And of course, the PS3 version is here at E3 for you to enjoy at both the Sony booth and at Capcom's booth. Please check it out when you have a chance.
Thank you very much for coming today. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all of our developers and partners on stage today, showing off some amazing content for PlayStation Vita. This is just a sample of what's coming for PlayStation Vita. In all, there are more than 80 titles in development from just about every publisher and developer, including EA, Ubisoft, Capcom, THQ, and Activision. Before Kaz comes back on stage, I want to leave you with this brief video to show you some incredible upcoming content on PlayStation Vita. Thanks.
プレイステーション
Thank you, Scott. That is some truly amazing content. And best of all, virtually every publisher has signed up for making great content for PlayStation Vita. And I'm pleased to announce that this entire package of all these incredible features will be available starting from the holiday season this year. And as I mentioned, there will be two models available at launch, a Wi-Fi only model and a 3G Wi-Fi model. And I'm happy to announce that the Wi-Fi only model will retail for $249. Yeah. €249 and 24,980 yen. And the 3G Wi-Fi model will retail for $299. €299 and 29,980 yen. PlayStation Vita will revolutionize the portable entertainment experience. It takes the best technology from a gorgeous OLED screen to a front and rear touchpads and marry them with the PlayStation Network and the industry's best games and services. PlayStation Vita gives you the most completely entertainment package in the palm of your hands and the power to interact with the world around you. It is an experience you really need to see and feel to believe. With PlayStation Vita, the whole world is really in play. So I encourage all of you to come down and experience PlayStation Vita in the arcade a little later tonight, as well as at our booth all this week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Take it away.
Great news on Vita, but I can't believe Kaz made fun of my tie. I was tempted to bust out that Ridge Racer line, but I like my job too much, so. So as you can see, the depth and breadth of content coming to PlayStation is stronger than it's ever been. And for all our grand history, we're on the verge today of a future like any of the previous 16 years. By adding experiences like 3D, PlayStation Move, the Sharpshooter, and the exclusive content from the industry's best developers, and bundling them with the additional services of the PlayStation Network, we offer the best entertainment solution available. In addition, with PlayStation Vita around the corner and the amazing titles and services we're lining up for its launch, consumers will get an unparalleled experience from every PlayStation product. We hope you're as excited as we are about the amazing content coming this year to PlayStation. Thank you for your time and attention this evening, but the best is yet to come. We have several special performances for you tonight and a great gaming lineup for you to check out on the floor, and we look forward to celebrating the great year to come on PlayStation. Thank you.